Hey everybody, Dr. Ben here, Functional Medicine Centers, and welcome. I am in Fort Collins, Colorado. We have our additional office in Phoenix, Arizona. We help patients all over the country, all over the world, get their health back. And if you've been struggling, so anybody you know that's been struggling with health issues, especially insomnia, sleep issues, there are things that you can do. And it's not just, ooh, I gotta take this magic new drug, supplement, anything like that. I'm not gonna talk about that. I'm gonna talk about things you can do today, things you can do tonight that are going to help you get that quality sleep that you need. So top 5 things that we're looking at that are helpful that you may not even be thinking about that could be contributing to sleep issues. So number 1 is going to be low blood sugar. You've heard me talk about blood sugar a lot, but low blood sugar, think about this. Every time that blood sugar crashes down, it revs up the adrenal glands. The adrenal glands are stress glands, and we talk about random anxiety. We talk about the heart racing. Most people, if you are falling asleep, waking up, not able to get back to sleep, that's usually a blood sugar crash. So you've got to make sure that blood sugar is consistent throughout the day, and then before bed, make sure that it is not crashing down. So low blood sugar, one of the first things that you need to address if you're waking up in the middle of the night, not be able to get back to sleep. Number 2, hard time getting to sleep, and this is usually a chronic adrenal stress. So if your cortisol is high, the main adrenal hormone, if that's high, that's because you are in this chronic fight or flight pattern. Sometimes it's your brain, sometimes it's things around you, sometimes it's blood sugar. All types of different things are going to drive that cortisol, drive those adrenals, and if you get this second wind or if you have a hard time getting to sleep, it is because those adrenals are taxed, because your cortisol is too high and you're having problems before bed. Then we get into the next part of it that we look at is going to be hormones. And for women, especially perimenopausal, menopausal women, it has been shown that the hormones are going to affect your sleep. It's going to affect your ability to get quality sleep, be refreshed, things like that. You've got to get that figured out, what's going on with your estrogens and progesterones and what to do differently there. In guys, low testosterone has been shown to affect sleep and not get a good quality sleep state as well. The other thing that's going to be helpful for getting you to sleep is blue light. Blue light is not helpful, but getting rid of your blue light is definitely going to be helpful. So what we look at is we've got to go through and make sure that all the iPads, your phones, computers, TVs, everything, at least an hour before bed, you've got to get that off of your eyes. You've got to get that off your brain. So setting limits on those phones or iPads, whatever it is, not having them by your bed, not going to sleep texting people or looking at Facebook like we're looking at Facebook now. Hopefully you're not looking at this right before bed. You've got to be able to separate yourself, because that blue light, just like looking outside and the sky's blue, that is stimulating for the brain. You want more red light, orange light, salt lamps, things like that. Fire, candle, lanterns, those all calm down the brain. Blue light revs up the brain in there as well. Then we get inflammation. We know if somebody's inflamed, if they have chronic inflammation, their joints, if they're puffy, any of those things, that's going to rev up adrenals as well, and that's going to rev up the stress response, and we're not going to get that good quality sleep state. So these are 5 of the things that you can do right now to get sleep better. Sleep is absolutely crucial. If you're not getting quality sleep, you're not repairing, you're not rebuilding, nothing constructive is going on at nighttime, and you need to have that constructive sleep state to be as healthy and vital as possible for your immune system, for fighting off COVID, for fighting off any immune stressor out there. You've got to do this. You've got to get your sleep as good as possible, and preferably do it without taking something, without taking a supplement, without taking an herb, without having to take Ambien or anything like that, because there are side effects of almost everything you do that way. So good luck out there, and hope you get some sleep, guys.